I still believe that teaching is the greatest career in the world. And if that is so, teachers are the best in the world. With that, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is INI TV. We are global and social commentator. Today, I want to give a shout out to this gentleman by my side. If he was alive, he would have marked his 88 years on earth. But unfortunately, he passed away 4 years ago. And this gentleman happened to be my father, Mr. S.O. Imafidon. HM, as most of his friends call him. Because he taught, even when I was just a kid, I saw him teaching. And before I even left Nigeria, he was still teaching. He has been a teacher all his life. He has taught so many people have passed through him. I'm not too sure if I remember the school that he taught, but he was a specialist because Ministry of Education almost always send him to schools in the rural area. And one day I asked him, why is it that you've been sent to schools in the rural area? He told me that the most experienced teachers, the well-trained teachers that has been seasoned, teachers that know their onions, teachers that is real teacher, are the ones that have been sent to the rural area, because people from such area might not have the good infrastructure of the school, might not have the good library, might not even have a good lab to experiment. So to compensate for all this, the Ministry of Education sent them to these schools. To compensate for this lack of infrastructure, they sent the best of the best. So my father was the best of the best. Unfortunately, I remember when I was growing up. I remember when I was just 18, when I go visiting him, especially if I fly my shirt, he will always reproach me and tell me, tuck in your shirt. Don't you know if you're talking, you look smart? He believed so much in education that when I was in year 2, I had the opportunity of traveling. And I told him, he said, no. You must finish your school before you travel. I said, you're not going to pay anything. I have a cousin who was prepared to process my visa ticket to Japan. Old man said, no, you must finish your education. He prized so much on education. He believed so much on education. Yeah, education in most other countries of the world is also prized so much. Anywhere in the world, especially in the Western world, teachers are given too much respect. When you say you are a teacher, whether it's the nursery, primary, secondary, or tertiary, you have been accorded respect. Because the Western world knows how important it is for knowledge. Not just having this knowledge, having a good person to impart this knowledge adequately. I remember when I was in I think the second year, we had an issue with a professor who said education is dropping. The quality of education is dropping because you students, you just read to pass. You don't read to acquire knowledge. You see, I entered school when I was almost like 20 years old. Yeah. And that will be 1990. I was supposed to graduate in 1994, but I graduated in 1995 because of ASU strike and all the rest. So this ASU strike that we are witnessing today in this country, Nigeria, is not a new thing. It has been there since 1990, and we've not been able to find a solution to it. And we've not even been able to find a solution to teacher. We'll not be able to find a solution to improving the life and qualities of teacher. Unfortunately, when he retired, that was when hustles started for him. He has to go and queue, sometimes 6 hours, 8 hours, for government to pay his pension. After working for years and years and years, when you think you are old, it's now time you want to rest. That is when the trouble starts in Nigeria. You have to go and queue, sometimes 2-3 days, still trying to update, to process your pension scheme. In one of those events, he fell sick. And unfortunately, it was the illness that took his life. It pained me. That is why sometimes when I talk, a lot of people don't understand. Nigeria has failed the generation before us. Nigeria has failed my generation. And Nigeria is going to fail the next generation to come. And that is why I cry, I shout, and make noise. I have given up on Nigeria. I have given up on that country called Nigeria. But Peter Obi brought that promises, that hope, that feeling that yes, it will happen back to not just me, but to many Nigerians. But today is not to talk about Peter Obi. Today is to talk about the man greater than Peter Obi, Mr. S.O. Imafidon, Samuel Omorike Imafidon. If I look at the people that have gone through him, because I remember in most cases when I go out with him, young men coming to introduce themselves. Well done, sir. You don't know me. I was your student in Are Grammar School, Usen. I was your student in Egrobazoa. I was your student in Udo. I was your student in. I don't know, no. He has imparted a lot of life, and I'm happy for the life that he lived. And that is why today I'm making this video to the man greater than Peter, Gregory Obi. He was a man who inspired me, taught me that life is not just all about money. It has to do with dignity, integrity. It has to do with you believing in something that is right and fighting for it. I could remember when I was probably about 6 years or so. No. 6 years was the age when you start school, but I was not even up to the age to start the primary school when I started, because I had to go with him to the schools that he was teaching. And that was why, even after repeating primary 3, I finished my primary school less than 12 years old. Even when I finished my secondary school, I was just 17. Because I started the school very early, because he believed that education is the key. He believed so much in education. He believed that education will give you that quality in life. He was right. But the unfortunate thing is that we are in a country where everything is upside down. We are in a country where everything is upside down. So today, I give a shout out to Mr. Samuel Omorike Imafidon. A lot of people have asked me, if your father's name is Imafidon, how come you also, you're Imafidon? It might interest you to know that Imafidon is our grandfather's name. And that is the name that we all have taken. Even my kids are also Imafidon. But we differentiate ourselves from the kind of Imafidon that you are in. My father grew up in the New Benin, Coste, Mission Road, Idahosa, Dancing, Yoruba Street. That is the area where we'll find our roots. That is the area where we got to have that family meeting. So I just want to hope and pray that Nigeria has failed the generation before me. Nigeria has failed my generation. But Nigeria should not fail the generation to come. Because people like Imafidon has worked so hard. And that is why people from the former Midwest, Bende State, we are educationally conscious. And that gives us a lot of confidence. Sometimes we might not have the financial way without, but we have the knowledge. We have the knowledge. And the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And thanks to this man for imparting so many lives, for giving knowledge to so many people, for doing God's will. Pa, Imafidon, may your soul rest in peace. May you name ever remain in our hearts of hearts. We will continue to cherish, to remember you for your greatness, for the positive impact you've had on your kids, on your family. This is INI We are global and social commentator. Today we are celebrating the man that is greater than Peter Gregory Obi. If it's the first time you're coming across this channel, this is INI We are global and social commentators. We'll ask you to please subscribe to this channel, like and comment. And for our returning subscribers, we'll say thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love on the comment section to write a tribute to the greatest man I ever know, Sir S.O. Imafidon. May your soul rest in peace. Adios, Papa. Ciao. Au revoir. Bye bye.